If you're driving a turbocharged engine right now, there's a real chance it's on a list you don't know exists. Not a rumor, not a YouTube scare story, a federal recall filing sitting in the NHTSA database with your engine's name on it. In the last 12 months alone, NHTSA has logged over 300 safety recalls across more than 100 manufacturers, and a disturbing number of them trace back to the same root cause: downsized, turbocharged engines pushed to do more work than they were built to handle in the name of fuel economy numbers and shareholder pressure. I'm not here to scare you into a panic. I'm here to do what this channel always does: show you exactly which engines are causing owners real financial pain, why it's happening, and what it'll cost you if you own one. Because the difference between a $500 oil change and a $5,000 engine replacement is knowing which list you're on. Quick ask before we dive in: please hit subscribe. It costs nothing and it helps this channel keep digging up what the dealers won't tell you. Let's start counting down. Number 7. Jeep 2.0-liter Turbo, Wrangler and Grand Cherokee. Jeep's 2.0-liter turbocharged four-cylinder was supposed to be the modern, efficient alternative to the old V6. Instead, late last year, it triggered a major recall covering roughly 100,000 vehicles, tied to defects that can cause catastrophic engine failure, in some cases, engine fires. Owners have separately reported head gasket failures, cracked cylinder liners, damaged pistons, and coolant and oil leaks stacking on top of the recalled defect. Jeep has started rolling out a revised version of this engine for the newer Grand Cherokee, but until that new version has real mileage behind it, the outgoing 2.0-liter remains an engine you want to research hard before you sign anything. If you already own one, check your VIN on NHTSA.gov today. This is not a wait-and-see situation. Number 6. Volkswagen EA888 2.0T, Tiguan, and others. The EA888 is one of the longest-running turbo engines on the market, and it's also one of the most litigated. VW recently settled a massive class action lawsuit covering turbocharger failures spanning model years 2008 through 2024. That's 16 model years of the same core problem. And the story isn't over. The 2026 Tiguan still uses this engine, and current ongoing lawsuits are targeting a new failure point: piston rings causing severe oil consumption, leaving owners with an engine that burns through oil far faster than it should. 16 years of documented turbo failures on the same engine family isn't bad luck. That's a pattern. And patterns are exactly what we like to track. Number 5. GM 5.3-liter and 6.2-liter V8, Silverado, Sierra, Tahoe, Suburban. Now, technically these aren't turbocharged, but they earn their spot on this list because they're suffering from the same underlying disease as every engine here: complexity added in the name of efficiency, without the durability to back it up. GM's cylinder deactivation system, the hardware that shuts down cylinders to save fuel, has been tied to repeated lifter collapse. When a lifter fails, it doesn't just affect that one cylinder. It wipes out the camshaft and can destroy the entire engine in the process. If you're shopping a full-size GM truck or SUV with this engine, ask the dealer directly whether the specific VIN has had lifter or cam issues addressed. This is a documented, repeat offender failure pattern, not a one-off. Number 4. Ford EcoBoost family, F-150, Explorer, Bronco, Mustang, Maverick. Ford leads every single automaker in recall volume in 2026, 19 recalls and counting, more than any other manufacturer on the road. And EcoBoost engines are a recurring name across that list. This year alone, a 2.0-liter EcoBoost recall over cylinder head ball plugs that can be expelled under oil pressure, causing oil leaks and fire risk. A separate 2.3-liter EcoBoost recall over incorrectly installed camshaft roller finger followers that can cause sudden engine failure and loss of power while you're driving. And this comes after Ford already set the industry record for total recalls the year before. Ford executives have publicly said they're going to keep paying for quality problems in the years ahead. That's their word, not mine. If you already own an EcoBoost vehicle, Checking your VIN isn't optional anymore. It's routine maintenance. Number 3. Honda 1.5-liter turbo Accord CR-V. Honda built its entire reputation on being the reliable, no-drama choice. That reputation is currently taking real damage from this one engine. The 1.5-liter turbo started with oil dilution problems, fuel contaminating the oil supply. That issue evolved into something worse, head gasket failure, where coolant leaks directly into the combustion chamber and destroys the engine from the inside. Owners have reported this happening with under 60,000 miles on the odometer. Here's the number that should stop you cold. The repair cost around $5,000, and Honda's extended warranty does not cover it. Honda is facing legal pressure over this and is gradually phasing the engine out, but it's still sitting under the hood of non-hybrid Accords and CR-Vs being sold today. If you're cross-shopping a CR-V, this is exactly why I'd steer you toward the hybrid powertrain instead. Same reliability reputation without this specific $5,000 landmine. Number 2. Hyundai and Kia Theta 2.0-liter turbo. This is the engine that changed how the entire industry treats recalls. The Theta 2's problems go back over a decade to the 2011 Sonata, and the fallout from it is now measured in the billions of dollars. The root cause? Manufacturing debris left in the engine during production restricted oil flow to the connecting rod bearings. Those bearings wore out prematurely, and in the worst cases, the engine seized or caught fire, sometimes while the vehicle was being driven. Hyundai has recalled over 1 million vehicles tied to this defect, and internally, a Hyundai engineer told NHTSA the company knew about the issue years before it acted. The silver lining? The class action settlement extended engine warranty coverage to 15 years or 150,000 miles for qualifying vehicles, and that coverage transfers to you even if you're buying used. If you're looking at an older Sonata, Optima, Sportage, or Santa Fe, checking Theta 2 recall eligibility could save you an engine replacement entirely, for free. But here's what most buyers don't realize. Hyundai and Kia have moved most of the lineup to newer engines, except the Kia Seltos, which still uses this same 2.0-liter today. Number 1. Nissan VC Turbo 1.5-liter Rogue. This is the freshest, fastest-moving crisis on this entire list, and it's still unfolding right now. Nissan's variable compression 1.5-liter turbo, used in the Rogue, triggered a recall of roughly 500,000 vehicles in the summer of last year. Nissan's engineers said that would fix it. It didn't. In February of this year, Nissan came back with an additional 650,000 vehicle recall for the exact same engine family. The failure mechanism? Extremely high oil temperatures cause the oil to break down rapidly. Once that happens, the engine bearings seize, and the motor is essentially bricked, dead, while you're driving it. That's over 1.1 million Rogues combined across 2 separate recall waves on an engine that's still under active investigation. If you own a recent Rogue, or you're considering buying one, new or used, this is the single most urgent VIN check on this entire list. Here's the pattern across all 7 of these. Automakers downsizing engines, adding turbochargers and complexity to hit fuel economy targets, and cutting corners on the durability testing that used to make these brands worth paying extra for. That doesn't mean every turbo engine is a ticking time bomb. Plenty of drivers put well over 100,000 miles on these same engines with zero issues. But when the failure pattern is this well documented, this expensive, and this repeatable, it hasn't happened to me yet isn't a strategy. It's a gamble with a $5,000 downside. Before you buy your next car, or before you ignore that recall letter sitting on your kitchen counter, run your VIN through NHTSA.gov. It takes 2 minutes and it's free. It's the single best financial decision you can make before you ever set foot in a dealership. Don't just buy the car, know the car. If you found this video helpful and informational, please hit the like button and subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. See you in the next video.